Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. We're playing as the Bolshevik revolutionaries, and we're taking over Europe. Last time around we have the second Battle of Berlin, where we were able to defend the town from the Germans trying to recap it. Since then, we've cleared out the Brandenburg province, and there's been quite a few changes. So I sunk the enemy navy, and then I sent my ships also to open up the ports with Great Britain. Great Britain actually launched an army, so there are British troops kind of here, or they were here, but I think the Germans were able to see that naval invasion off. Hopefully now, with me having cleared away the German fleet, there might be more of them coming in, just to weaken the Germans. What else has happened? There was a peace treaty with the Austrians. There was no way I could quickly get to their last place, and there's no real point in chasing them, so I decided to go ahead and sign a ceasefire with them. However though, the Austrians are most likely not gonna live that long. They've got pretty angry populace right here, so there's risk of revolution, turning into some kind of socialist state, possibly, or at least a republic, dethroning the Habsburgs. Now when they only control the Tyrol region. But there's also the more likely scenario is that the Italians will go ahead and kill them, because the Italians have declared war. They're currently only at war with them as well. They're allied with us and the Spanish. The Italians, that is. Then there's also the fact that the Serbians were unable to hold on to Croatia, and Croatia spawned Yugoslavia. Which is interesting. So we've got the Yugoslavians now here. Currently, they're pretty hostile towards the Serbians. They're not trading with each other. War has not broken out though. Hopefully war will break out, and then I can move in and destroy whoever wins and take over everything. We did have, as we took Vienna last turn, we did a lot of battles in the last turn. There was a rebellion sprung up. I killed most of it, but some of it managed to get down here to the port, and so I'm sending my commander, Nikolai Ludovich Ivanov, to go ahead and deal with them. Pretty sure this will be just an auto-resolve, as they've already suffered high casualties. We lost 250 men, and the enemy... Oh, they actually survived the battle? He was not able to pursue them until destruction. But in the second battle, we pursue them until destruction. We'll be able to repair the port, and everything will be fine. Then we will continue also... Yes, we do have the problem with this army. There's a German army kind of in between, behind the lines. They're kind of within range of Burslov. However, the province is still very unhappy, so I think we'll have to keep him here and hope that Nikolai Ludovich Ivanov is able to return shortly to deal with these guys. Then we have a possible attack here on Bavaria. I have another target in mind for the actual battle video of this video. So this is a bit too close to conclude a proper auto-resolve on this. So we'll just lay it under siege right now. We have 2 other attacks in the north, which is the Grand Nicholas Nikolovich or Nikolevich is attacking Mecklenburg, and that's a clear out-resolve. Few strong forces here, so quickly we were able to overrun the enemy and take control of Mecklenburg and the port, which is nice. And we'll continue striking forward, so it's Alexander Samsonov moving forward to take over Hanover. Same there. Now I would say there's a slight chance of us losing this battle, but it's in our favor. Just in case, I'll actually go ahead and save that. Oh, we were defeated. I thought I was gonna be able to out-resolve and take over quite a few places. I'm gonna load that one, and I do think we'll play that off camera, because the battle that I want to do today is the battle that we have over here. So the OG commander, the OG revolutionary Vasily Kubanis, is going to attack Breslau Silesia, where I think we will get a proper fight. They've got a lot of artillery compared to us, so I think that will actually be an interesting fight compared to some of the other ones here. And then if there's time over, we can see about... now I think we'll probably have to play... I'll play that one off camera, because it's mostly just infantry. I don't think that's going to be particularly interesting. Same with this one. And then next episode there might be a lot of out-assaults, but as we get closer to the French front, there's lots of German full stacks down here, and we'll get some major battles, maybe if we continue here. But as I've said also, I've noticed a lack of views for this series, and I'll just continue for as long as people think it's interesting. There's no point in driving this right into the bottom. The outcome at this point is pretty clear anyways, of domination of Europe by the Bolsheviks. There's no one really that can stand against us, especially since I allied the major forces that could stand against us, which is the Italians, and same the British. If everyone banded together, maybe they could cause an upset and stall our advance and cause like a Cold War in a sense. But not what it is right now. Let's go ahead and load that save. Leave them on siege over there and do the Battle of Breslau Silesia. And that will also actually complete all the objectives set by the actual campaign. Although I will have completed it 2 years too late. As it's now 1920, early March 1920. When I should have achieved this by 1918. But this is the last region that I need by the victory conditions. Interestingly enough, we have taken over quite a lot around that. So that is really stuck behind enemy lines. It's been able to hold out. And as I note now also, it is their current capital for Germany as well. That's going to be moved as soon as we take that. I wonder where they're gonna move it. Probably they move it to Frontline again, so like Bavaria. It's gonna end up being it. But if they were clever, they'd moved it further to the east. No, the west, I mean. God, the west. And move it maybe to Strasbourg or somewhere else, really. But maybe a bit further away than like move it from Silesia and then to Munich to just immediately afterwards be taken over. But alright, let's go ahead and prepare for the attack on Silesia. Right, and now we are for the battle. So they've got tanks as well. I didn't notice that. The general of the army is actually riding a tank into battle. Has got lots of troops, lots of artillery. They've got some extra troops coming in. Not entirely sure where they are, but they're probably hiding in the forest behind here. In terms of numbers, the enemy outnumbers us about 2,000 soldiers, roughly. If I calculate that correctly. Yeah, with all of that said, let's draw into battle, shall we? So let's go over the plan. Over here, kind of on the high ground with impassable terrain, kind of easy to defend area, I've placed the artillery and the cavalry. And the machine guns in kind of a defensive position to start off with. If we see that enemy reinforcements are not coming in any way to kind of come in behind or right at the artillery, I'll send out the cavalry to be able to attack the enemy. The main line is drawn up over here, so it's a lot of border guards, 3 of them, then a partisan unit, barrier troops, followed up by revolutionary soldiers carrying the banner. Then the grenadiers have set up a line here. They will leave this line though and attack the enemy from the high ground here. Been able to put down fire in the flank of the enemy. I've put my 3 units of combat engineers over here, hoping to catch the enemy tanks as they would be moving to attack us into this area. They'll be moving back as soon as the battle starts, and that is the plan to start off with anyways. Then we'll see how it actually goes once the battle starts. So let's go ahead and start moving troops forward. We're gonna get these 2. I actually got 3 units there. We're gonna get these 2 into the woods, and then we're gonna get these 3 behind cover over there. And then the revolutionary flag is going to be in the back. And everyone should be moving at full speed. Very good. So it'll take a while for the enemy reinforcements to come in. So I gotta still keep that in mind, that I need to look out for them. We lost a lot of combat engineers here. Looks like infantry is actually going to run onto the bomb. But it's 3 units, so I mean that's definitely an agreeable target to be able to blow up 3 enemy infantry instead of a tank, possibly. Hopefully the tanks though will run onto the other bombs. Okay, this will be a massive casualty for the Germans. There's 3 regiments. The only thing I can hope is that everyone dies so that they don't set off any more bombs, because I definitely want the tank to run onto some of these. Okay, so the 3 regiments got completely destroyed. Only 1 regiment actually remains with 101 men. They are going to continue forward though, and they're going to definitely set off a second bomb. God damn it. It's very unlikely then that the tanks will set off a bomb. Okay, they're gonna set off... Oh, they didn't set off a bomb. I'm focusing way too much over here. They're definitely gonna set off this guy then. Yeah. So the one that the tank is least likely gonna set off is this one over here. That's it's kind of bad. We're gonna get grenadiers up to the point that they should have been at. I think this one will actually set that one to throw grenades. And it can throw grenades down upon the infantry who's moving over here. I want to switch a little bit target for the artillery to actually target maybe the guys over there in the back. So far so good. One thing, this guy should not be shooting. Right, now they're throwing grenades down upon the Germans down there. It'll be nice. Throw another volley if you please, and then these guys should run into position. There's a heavy attack of enemy infantry coming over here. The engineers are badly bloodied.
by the fight, but I need to push them in to stop that. What I could do is, I guess I could redirect artillery fire to stop this. It seems to be going kind of okay for our troops though. Actually not, we have lost quite a lot of troops here. Tanks rolling in. They might still be able to run onto the bomb, if I'm really lucky. We've thrown enough grenades here that we kinda destroyed this German attack. We're gonna get all the way up to the edge here so we can fire down upon them. And these guys have been firing up the flank, shooting at the cannons, and then later on I'm gonna shoot at these guys. With the artillery barrage, we definitely turned the tide over here. But they're sending in more troops. We got guard infantry and artillery coming in. I wonder if, because the enemy tanks are firing kind of this way, I wonder if these light howitzers are going to walk into the machine gun fire. We're going to pull back the troops. Here's a little bit of that kind of uneven music selection. Suddenly there's some Gregorian monks singing. Yeah, they definitely machine gun down some of their own cannons over there. I think they need more grenades over here because they kinda recovered. So I think if we throw some more grenades, there isn't really enough fire going down here. I'm wondering what these guys are doing. Go into proper line instead. Might be able to force down more fire that way. I'm kind of retreating the troops over here because I'm hoping to drag the enemy tank forward. I think we're actually going to pull these guys back as well. Hoping to get that tank to march forward. Got enemy regiments coming in here. We haven't really been able to hit those artillery pieces. So it's time for the cavalry to be moved into action. We'll move them over there. And we'll be able to charge the enemy. The enemy has been quite successful in the counter battery fire against us. They haven't silenced any of our guns, but they've definitely taken out a lot of crew. And they did take out the machine guns. We'll tell the machine guns to actually leave. No, oh, they have one. We have one machine gun left. Okay, then you'll stay. You'll definitely stay. Pulling the troops back. Oh, kind of just in time. Yes! Yes! We blew up the tanks. Not all of them though. According to this, 3 tanks should still be operational. But it looks like it's just one. There's 7 crew left. We can see 4 guys in this one, and then there's 1 here and 1 there. Single troops, probably not enough to move the tanks. That's perfect, the fact that all 3 bombs there went off, killing enemy troops. Cavalry is now in position. The thing that we need to worry about is the machine gun over there. It's a single machine gun. That's not that bad then. I want to wait until these guys are closer to the cannons, and then we can hit all 3 as kind of get everything in one go. Also, these guys need to kind of reorganize a little bit. But I don't know, maybe it's that machine gun is gonna wreck the cavalry. But we're gonna have to go anyways. Could go ahead and start targeting these guys with the artillery. It's probably, yeah, I'm gonna target both with my cannons. Okay. Oh, Yeah, the machine gun has started firing. I think we're gonna move so quickly though, he's gonna have to reposition himself. That we're gonna just outride him. We're able to get the charge in over there, and we got the charge in over here. Unit is retreating. Continue on to the battalion. And we'll see about getting rid of all these artillery positions. Get through, get that one that started firing at us. German troops are retreating in the face of the Red Hussars. Let's go for the cannons. I have targeted this area with my artillery, and it's now only 2 tanks that are moving. They managed to get the tanks working, but or that 1 tank working, but didn't get all of them. We can get them with the cavalry. Hold fire artillery. Okay, so the enemy is kind of putting a lot of power over here. Let's redraw the lines a bit and see how it goes with the cavalry. As they now charge the tanks. The crew trying to repair is gonna get killed off. And the tanks rendered useless. And also the enemy general killed. It's a lot of troops, they're all moving kind of towards here. So I think it's high time we moved out and kind of intercepted those guys. I'm gonna bring in the revolutionary soldiers as well. Tell them to fire at will. Grenadiers. Deal with the Alpen Corps. That machine gun needs to go, but right now it's still out of range. Tell the artillery to fire at will. There's an elite unit down here that I want to get rid of. Guard infantry. See about getting rid of those guys. 2 men out of the 35th regiment. Only 2 survive out of 228 men. Okay, everyone should be running to the positions. Oof, they were able to. I shouldn't have clicked that early, because normally that the only thing that does is kind of just let the enemy know that I'm coming for them, that we're charging for them. This might be the end of the Red Hussars. Most likely. But they had a good run, and we have better units at this point. I'm gonna send the barrier troops just in case they fail. I'm gonna reorganize a bit of the troops here. Go ahead and shoot down the enemy. There's a lot of artillery coming down for the Alpen unit over there. I don't want to advance too much because the machine gun. We're actually gonna pull back towards the woods. Hopefully the machine gun moves into our range. Okay, so we've got some assault pioneers coming in over there. But otherwise, everything seems pretty good at this point. Let's get the combat engineers up so they'll quickly be able to join in. Oh, there's 3 cavalrymen left. This unit's not really within range. I'll order them to shoot down. And we actually shot down our own cavalry. But that's how it is. We need to get rid of the revolutionary units out of our army. German troops getting shot down here. And soon they'll be forced to retreat. Ooh, our troops definitely need aid over here. Redirect some of the artillery fire, and we need to push harder from this side to aid the troops. The combat engineers will set up over there, and these two will kind of pull back a bit. This one's needed. He's gonna back up the center. Looks pretty good. It's only the kind of the remnants of the enemy army at this point. That machine gun has moved into a position where I think we could possibly ambush him. 71 men will be set up over there, and then the other two will be set up over here to fire into the flank of the enemy. Bulk of the artillery will kind of go for the center of the enemy units over there. Got good fields of fire going at the enemy from multiple sides, coming in from over there. And then plus all the artillery, and the enemy is concentrating their troops over here. It's even better. Makes it easier for me to kill them. But it is kind of in the forested area, so they will receive some cover, at least from small arms fire. Not so much for the artillery. It's not going too well for them here, though. I'm getting shot to pieces. Forced to pull back. Let's see. The machine gun isn't firing, but it's kind of set up in a way that if we advance too far... It says 16 crew, but I can only see 3. I'm wondering... Oh, the rest of them are waiting at the edge of the map. This guy's... Oh, he's... I didn't put him on run, that's why it's taking so long. We do have this unit, Assault Pioneers, coming into our flank. This is putting down deadly fire on the partisans. I'm gonna push the partisans forward. We want these guys to come within artillery range. The line is... You know what, let's pull forward all the troops over here, trying to avoid getting more flank fire by the Assault Pioneers. We are within range. You guys should fire at the machine gun. Forward. God damn it, set up or properly. And put down proper fire on the machine gun. And hold it from shooting. Right now I'm not entirely sure what he's aiming for. Oh, he's aiming for his own troops. Not one step backwards. The Germans killed their own men. And we are victorious. Very good. So we took this. We're gonna take a lot more places. But as I said, I think I will be very selective with kind of what battles will do. I think this one did really well. This was an interesting one with the bombs, with the positioning and such. So I like this one. But there's a lot of other ones that we might skip as we continue on. I haven't released the other one yet, the Second Battle of Berlin, so I haven't really heard from you guys what you think we should kind of set as the end goal. Or sort of an end goal right now. I'm basically I'm looking at the views and the likes, and I roughly go from there, seeing like what the episodes gather before I end this series. I'll say this. I'll probably not invade the Italians, or I don't think I will invade the Italians. I won't invade like the British or the Spanish. I won't go that far, but maybe what we'll do is we'll try to end the Germans as much as possible, and we'll end the Austro-Hungarians. The Austro-Hungarians are gonna die anyways. Most likely the Italians gonna get them. But with that said, let's go back to the campaign map and take a look at the statistics of this battle and claim the final victory condition. Here we have the result of the battle. We lost 1,400 men out of 2,300, leaving 900 men. So quite high casualties, I'd say. Over 50% of the army was killed. All the cavalry was gone. However, of course, the enemy suffered even higher casualties. They suffered closer to 90% of their army. Deployed 4,300, so 2,000 men more than us. And they lost 2,000 men more than us as well. 3,800 men lost by the enemy. Only 520 remaining out in the woods behind the town. The town, of course, being claimed by us. Highest kills goes to combat engineers, border guards. Not entirely sure what this is. It's 40 units. So, oh yeah, that's the 2 cannons then. And then we have some grenadiers, partisans, barrier troops, another combat engineer, and so on. Almost 500 kills by the combat engineer. It must have been that first bomb. It completely destroyed 2 regiments and took the bigger part out of the 3rd one. So, I mean, those 500 kills could almost be entirely from the bombs rather than them using their rifles to shoot down enemies. So there was a lot of them. There was a lot of Germans hiding in those woods. And with us claiming that, we have actually completed the victory conditions for the campaign. I think I'll, as I said, I think we're in a state where we could definitely end the campaign, but I'll run a few more videos just to kind of gather sort of if people still want to watch this. Not entirely sure I would start another campaign after this. More so I would focus on the Prussian, and I kind of going to wait to see, because I think they're working on another update for this. So I would wait for that rather than just keep pouring out World War I. And also I kind of need that mental breather of not constantly doing the same mod over and over again. So focus a little bit over on something different. The Prussians in 1784. And then we can jump back to this later on. With that said though, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!